everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply fraction. The first one is the lessons we're going to cover today are multiply unit fractions by whole numbers using models, multiply two fractions using models, fill in the missing factor, multiply unit fractions and whole numbers sorting, multiply fractions by whole number. Let's just start with the first lesson. Here I am on grade 5 math. The first chapter we are on right now is multiply fraction. Let's just start with the lesson, that is multiply unit fractions by whole numbers using model. Okay, which model represents the product 4 times 1 over 7? So basically, you need to understand the fractional and whole number, like 4 times 1 by 7. 4 means you have 4 complete portions, and each of which is 1 out of 7 is colored, right? So, option number, and when you multiply them, that is 4 out of 7. So that means the correct option is the one that have 7 portions, and out of 7, 4 of them are colored. So which is the correct option, 1 or 2? Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Because here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 portions and 4 are colored, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, which model represents the product 2 times 1 over 3? First, you have to do 2 times 1 by 3, right? 1 doesn't have any denominator, that means its denominator is 1. You have to do numerator time numerator, denominator time denominator. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 1 is 3. So, correct option is the one that has 3 portions, and out of 3, 2 is the colored. So, which is the correct option? 2 out of 3, which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. You can see you are given 2 of the circles and 1 portion for each is colored. So that represents 2 by 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Yes, you can ask question if you have any. Which model represents 3 times 1 by 5? Which is the correct option? It's okay if you are done with this one, because not everyone is done right. So you can answer the questions if you already know the answers, right? 3 times 1 over 5, which is the correct option, 1 or 2? So option number, no, 2 is the correct option. 1 over, yes, that is option number 1. 3 times 1 by 5, right? That means you have three portions, and that have only one portion colored, like 3 shapes that have, each shape have 5 portions and one of them is colored. That is 3 times 1 by 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Which model represents 2 times 1 over 7? So which is the correct option, 1 or 2? 2 times 1 by 7 is 2 by 7, right? So correct option is the one that has only two portion colored. So which is the correct option? Yes, very good. You can see the first one have seven portions. Out of seven, two of them are colored. That is option number one. Which model represents the product 4 times 1 over 3? So which is the correct option? 4 out of 3, right? So the correct option is the one that has 4 portion colored out of 3. That is the second one, right? You can see one, 2, 3, 4 portions are colored and each shape have 3 portions, right? That is the second one. Got it? The second one is the correct option. For the first one, you have 5 portions colored. See them collectively like. Which model represents 4 times 1 over 7? Which is the correct option? Yes, that's the option number 1. The first one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is multiply two fractions using models. Fill in the missing factor. So you're given the models, you have to see which factor is missing. Let's just start with the test questions, right? Okay, Mike's lemon cookie recipe calls for 4 by 5 of a cup of sugar. How many sugar would Mike use to make 5 batches of cookies, right? So for one batch, he have to use for fifth of the sugar, right? So then for 5 batches, he have to do 5 times 4 over 5. Got it? Because for one batch, he uses 4 by 5th of the sugar. You have to see how many sugar would Mike use to make 5 batches of the cookies, right? So you can do like this: 5 times 1 is 5, you are left with 4. Or either you can do 5 times 4 is 20 and divide by 5. That means for the 5 batches of the cookies, he just want to use 4 cups of the sugar. The correct option is 4. Got it? Option number 2 is the correct option. How you can say one option 2 is the correct option? The next one is a cookie factory puts 2 by 5 of a barrel of flour into each batch of cookies. How many flour will the factory use for it? 8 batch. So you have to do 8 times 2 over 5 because for the one batch you have to use 2/5 of the flour. So for 8 you have to use 8 times 2 over 5, right? Just multiply them. 8 times 2 is 16 over 5 and divided by the 5. So 5 times 3 is 15 and 16 minus 15 is 1. So the correct option is 3 whole 1 over 5. Got it? That is option number 1. 3 whole 1 by 5 is the correct option. Okay, you have to tell me the answer for the next one, right? Jackie made strawberry jam and raspberry jam. She made enough strawberry jam to fill 10 jars. If she made half of the raspberry jam as strawberry jam, how many jars will the raspberry jam fill? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is the second one, that is 5, half of the. If she made half of as much raspberry bag as strawberry jam, so the correct option is then 5. The correct option is you have to see how many raspberry jam fill. The correct option is 5. Yes, 5 it is, not 10, right? You have to do 1 by 2 times 10, right? Colton uses half of a cup of vinegar in his salad dressing recipe. How many vinegar would Colton use to make two recipes? So, which is the correct option? You have to do 1 by 2 times 2. So, the correct option is very good. That is 1. Leslie is making calzones to sell at her restaurant. She starts with 8 cans of tomato sauce and then uses half of the cans for the first batch of calzones. How many cans of tomato sauce does Leslie use for the first batch of the calzones? So which is the correct option? She have 8. She used half of them. So half of 8 is. Yes, that is 4. Half of 8 is 4. The correct option is 4. Very good. Mario went to the candy store and bought 4 pounds of candy. If half of the Mario's candy was chocolate, how many pounds of chocolate candy did Mario buy? So, which is the correct option? You have to calculate half of 4. So, half of 4 is, yes, the correct option is 2 because half of 4 is 2. The correct option is the second one. Very good. A factory makes sheets of metal. There are two-thirds of an inch thick. If a worker at the factory makes a stack of 10 of the sheets, how many thick will the stack be? So, which is the correct option? Multiply and divide. So, with the correct option is, that is 6 whole 2 over 3. Please do not guess the answers. Always, always use your notebook and pencil. That is 6 whole 2 over 3, not 4 whole. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is, that is multiply unit fractions and whole numbers sorting. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, sorting means you have to arrange them from least to greatest, right? Sorting means you have to arrange them. Let's just start with the test questions. In each product, is each product less than 1, equal to 1, or greater than 1? So, which is the correct option? 3 times 1 by 3. What about 3 times 1 by 3? 3 times 1 by 3, right? 3 times 1 by 3 is equal to 1. 1 times 1 by 3 is less than 1. And 1 by 2 times 4 is greater than 1. The correct option is option number 1 because the first box have 1 times 1 by 3. The second one has 3 times 1 by 3. The third one has 4 times 1 over 2. Very good. Okay, is each product less than 1, equal to 1, or greater than 1? Which is the correct option? Yes, they all are in the first box because they all are less than 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, is each product less than 1 equal to 1 greater than 1? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct one? Yes, that's the second one. The first and the third one is in the third box, and second one is in the first box. Option number 2 is the correct option. No, option 2. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, so when you multiply the fractions, you simply have to do numerator time numerator and denominator time denominator. Like the next one is 6 times 1 over 6, right? So what you have to do, that is 6 times 1 over 6. So 6 is the whole number. That doesn't have any denominator, right? That means its denominator is 1. You can simply do numerator time numerator, denominator time denominator. So 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 times 1 is 6. So that is 6 over 6 and 6 over 6 equals 6 divided by 6 is 1. The correct option is 1. Got it? Multiply 8 times 7 over 8. Which is the correct option? Multiply and write the answer in the chat box. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, very good. That is 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is multiply 1 by 7 times 7. Which is the correct option? 7 times 1 over 7 equals 1. Yes, the correct option is 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. 1 over 7 times 7. Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. Yes, that's exactly the same question. But we have to do. Okay, the next one is 9 over 10 times 10, which is the correct option? The correct option is 9, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. 2 times 1 over 2, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. 3 times 2 over 3, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, 2 it is. 5 by 9 times 9, which is the correct option? The correct option is 5 it is, right? 4 times 1 over 4, which is the correct option? The correct option is 1, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 5 math. The chapter we're working on is multiply fractions, and the lessons we have covered today are okay, the lessons we have covered today are multiply unit fractions by whole numbers using models, multiply two fractions using models, multiply unit fractions and whole numbers sorting, multiply fractions by whole numbers, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So still you need, if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question for the lessons we just did, you can please ask. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Please ask questions if you have any. Okay, that's all for today.